It has begun is the text I sent out with this picture to my family. So within weeks, they went from this small little trough to a big 30-gallon tote with a little roost in there to give them a little more space. But it's time to get this shed cooping. We landed this shed for like $500 before we even moved in our home. We've been using it kind of as a garden shed with outdoor supplies, and sometimes it's gotten cluttered, sometimes it's stayed manageable like this. But we are emptying everything out. We plan to move the camper out of the way and get the shed moved there, and this is where it is in perspective to our house, so the chickens will be very manageable. Shame on me for not using any face coverings. I ended up having paint my nose holes. This is just something we wanted to coat because we did have some water damage, and then we threw on 2 coats of semi-gloss. So we're just marking lumber here to get the angles we need to build the roost. We did a 2x4 because I've heard that is good for them to be able to rest like flat-footed. And their feathers help cover the feet if it's too cold. So I went ahead and laid the 2x4s down. Now in the future, I might pull this ladder out and go ahead and just do 2 long 2x4s. Well, it's a coop moving kind of day. It's a beautiful day out, and my son is getting to have the adventure of pulling this shed out and getting it into place. We did rut the ground a little bit where there were some humps in the yard, but otherwise the runners underneath the shed worked quite nicely. We did get it leveled, and now it's time. We're gonna put the girls in their new house. But first, we're taking the old bedding we've been kind of collecting since we're doing the deep litter method. We put a 2x6 up on its side, and we're spreading old bedding out to start the process of, I don't know what, growing things. So we do a thick layer of chips, and we're layering up, I think we used 4 bags of chips to kind of create a good 4-inch or a good deep layer in the bottom of the coop and get these girls in and settled. All right, girls. Your coop is finally ready for you. What do you girls think? Like you have an opinion? Well, we've been chickening and it's tiring. We're just trying to figure these chickens out. They are challenging us at every roost. Let me see. Let me flip you around. Here they are. We just fluffed our litter up today. This is their first week in the coop. We are trying new hanging feeders. We tried some DIY options. They didn't work, and we have a girl caged up due to some bullying. I couldn't wait any longer, and I had to hang my cute little light from Tractor Supply on the coop, so I painted a little bit of the trim just to get it up there. So it looks ridiculous. Like, look. I just couldn't wait though. I was like sick of it being on the floor in the house. So now to painting the exterior. It's so dry and just soaking up this paint. We had to brush all the seams and get it rolled. So the chicken coop's about 97% painted. I do want to do a few little tweaks to maybe weatherproof above the door and window. So we're getting the run started now. It's honestly long overdue. Sinking posts in the ground, and I've valued my men and all their help so much. I've loved working on this with them. We've just kind of let the chickens out loose lately just to help them have some outdoor time because this has taken too long. So I didn't get all of it recorded, but here are the runners and everything in place for the roof. So the finished measurements of the run are 12 feet deep by 18 feet wide. Each support is about 6 feet apart, and so we decided to go ahead and do it that big. We were going to just do a 12 by 12, which would have been those first 3 posts or to the left. So I'm glad that we made it bigger. This is going to be their main space, and I'm glad it's roomy. We are going ahead and moving their feeders outdoors now that this is done. But here is the sliding door that we went ahead and did eye hooks and a carabiner to keep open. And you just unhook it to close in the evening. You can see my plastic here. We kind of did this while we were away at camp. Unfortunately, in the process of all this, we did lose chickens. We have some dogs in the neighborhood who had a snack, and it broke my heart, truly broke my heart. So at this point, I'm like desperate to get this done because I want to keep my girls safe. We just went ahead and sunk a post that I already had from old fence and using scraps to go ahead and make them a roost in the run so that they can, perch and get comfy. And I'm going ahead and making a ramp for them to get in and out of their coop. They're just happy. Look how cute they are, trying to give themselves a dust bath. I think that's next on the list, is making them a little box with scrap wood there to go ahead and give them a dust bath station. I added little blocks to the back of the roost to stabilize it some more, and here is the run all wired up. Isn't she just lovely? I think this is such a nice space for these birds. I know they're livestock, but they're so loved. They're our little pet livestock. And here's our first egg on July 4th. What a day to celebrate.
This has been in here for about 5 or 6 months. It doesn't stink. It's not gross. The deep litter method is pretty effective. So
I wanted to DIY some nesting boxes that were accessed by the exterior of the coop. We didn't get to that, so we got free milk crates. I zip tied them together, put them on a 2x4 for extra support. You need about 1 nesting box per 5 chickens. I think this will be okay. I put a sheet of metal on top, spray painted it black so the girls didn't get up there or poop or make any messes. I scooped up these nesting pads off Amazon just to help protect those eggs, and it's working well for them.
We're gonna go get babies soon. I think we're gonna broaden, what do you say, we broaden the spectrum of babies. Go get some colorful ones.
I want to get the black ones.
Yeah.
I want Rhode Island.
I was gonna do all Rhode Island reds, but I am like coveting the idea of having the beautifully colored eggs. Might branch out a little bit, so. Oh my goodness.
We got our new babies in from the hatchery. We have quite a little variety of them. They had a minimum of 15 or there was quite a shipping fee, so I went ahead and got 15. They sent 17 just in case there was loss. We had no loss, which was amazing. And we got 2 little silkies there in the brooder from a friend the night before, so we have 19 chickens. I just wanted to get 12 more and we got 19. But we have beautiful light Brahmas, well summers for dark eggs, Easter eggers for a little color, the silkies for a little white egg. We have cinnamon queens already and our Rhode Island reds. And honestly, I'm so excited raising up these new little babies. Look at Miss Silky Pants. This was their first day. I let the big girls out and let the littles run around the run and free rein. They loved the space, and the big girls didn't mind because they got to peck around outside. I've been working out in the chicken coop lately, just trying to get my younger chickens settled and safe. I had to call my church sister, who's been chickening for years, and had to ask her what was the best for them. What do they really need? And she kind of just reminded me that they'll keep themselves safe. They only need so much of our help. So I did create this little area behind me that is just a 1/2-inch hardware cloth like L. You can see it right here. And that is raised off the ground with a few bricks. And I created that just to give them an area to go, to not be able to get pecked at, to be able to go eat. Their food and water is in there. And just to be able to come out and explore when they feel safe. So they have a safe place. And in the chicken coop, I did make them a brooding area. And this is where they were when I got them out of the house. And I just built the door for it this week and thought, oh, I need to, just allow the chickens to come out
a few hours a day to slowly integrate them and all this stuff that was quite extra, is what my friend said. And I said I had to pile them into the coop here a few nights until last night when I was like, I don't want to do that. They were huddled up here at the door of the coop, so their instincts told them, follow the older hens to the coop, get themselves in there, but they didn't. They didn't go in. They just stood outside of the coop and nestled into the corner and was going to sleep. And I left them there last night, and I thought, I mean, we don't have predator problems, and I'm just gonna take my chance. So far, this has been a really safe place for them. I do want to get something around the bottom of the coop because that would really make it safer. Kind of like what I did with my garden area, maybe dig out and attach some tighter fence and dig it out, not deep, but out. I'm just not there. My friend did recommend for me to put cinder blocks maybe around the perimeter. But anyway, this is my woes. I've been out here working a lot. Look at all these little birds. They're just so happy. When the big girls are out, the big hens kind of intimidate them, so they don't do this much venturing out of their pen. And look, nobody is in there. Which I did put a shade cloth up here because the end of the day we get the evening sun pouring in. They would have no safe place, and you gotta love my plastic. I knew that the big girls could get up on the roost and hop in that wire area because I only had 3-foot hardware cloth. So I was like, okay, I'm just trying to be resourceful with what we have. I am like refusing to spend more money. We've kind of invested enough, and right now I'm getting about 5 eggs a day, and they're beautiful. I love them. Soon here I'm going to be building a egg holder, and so kind of integrating it into like a wall cabinet, kind of like a lot of the modern ones we're seeing all over Pinterest and stuff. Oh look, the big girls are in there, and the little ones are still kind of running around. A few of them made their way in, look. They went back under there. See if they'll weasel under. See that? They just do a little shimmy under there. It works out really nicely. We have so many projects going, and I can't say that I have anything done to share with you, and that's been really frustrating for me as someone who's wanting to be inspirational to the people who follow. I'm really grateful for every one of you, but at the same time I don't have much to offer right now. I could go through a very long list of what all we're up to.
Like overhauling the second mobile home on our property. The cabinets needed a fresh coat of paint, and my girl and I tackled it in a day and a half. We got this kitchen painted and looking sharp. I have an upcoming video about a campfire area we're trying to get established. We've kind of just rigged up a little place we do fires by the driveway. We're doing a fun makeover in our kids ministry that is construction themed. We're doing a Roman road here. We're doing a game garage for the students, painting lots of fun stuff. We're so excited about this, and this I can share soon. My girl got her permit, started driving. My husband went away for a big painting contract, drove home on his birthday, got in the middle of the night. So whoop whoop to 40. Our hot water heater decided to act up, and it's tucked in this corner here, and so I went ahead and took on the project of seeing what we needed to do to either replace it. Well, it ended up being a reset button, and then I pulled everything out to push a reset button and decided I can't stand the heat that hole leaves open. So I went ahead and built a door with some scraps here, and I thought to paint it, and honestly I was like, I'm just going to leave it the wood. I honestly think it's cute. It works. So I went ahead and got that installed, and it has eliminated so much heat pouring in. Got a few things back in here for our wrapping paper area, and we went away on our anniversary getaway to a yurt and a beautiful part of the country. I'm preparing for some upcoming projects like this cute little teen bedroom.
that we're about to make over. I'm sourcing things and hoping to get to that in the beginning of the year. We're wanting to start our bathroom renovation for the kids. And I'm planning an affordable pantry makeover for this space that has recently avalanched. And the list goes on. Let's get back to the coop. I took the old dust bath lumber and made steps to get in the coop, and this is their current dust bath area with diatomaceous earth, wood ash, potting soil, and sand, and the cute little sign my husband had made for me. I really like this double Dutch door that we built for the side of the run. It's not your focus at the front, but it's got a nice top access point where I can go ahead and open up and throw them in treats without trying to have them get out on me. So anyway, it's a beautiful night, a beautiful day, and we got to go to the creek today. It's Labor Day weekend. Look at that sky. I must say I love my chickens. They're really good pets and they give back. So anywho, well, overall, thank you for sticking with me. Sorry, my content isn't very consistent. I'm working on that. I just have too many irons in the fire. I look forward to having something finished to be sharing it with you soon. I'm feeling the pressure, under pressure, but it's okay. I know God will bless it and we'll get it all done. So anyway, I look forward to seeing you next time. This is the precious breakfast my daughter made me while I was editing this video. I had to share cuteness.